Let's talk about the range of GFB products, also known as Go Fast Bits. This company is Australian owned, all manufacturing is done in New South Wales, Australia obviously. They're probably more renowned for blow-off valves. That's what most people, when you hear the name GFB, you'll think blow-off valves. But they do a lot more than just blow-off valves. They do wastegates, pulleys, accessories, all that sort of stuff. They do heaps of stuff. So I guess we'll start off with some of the smaller things that you may not know that they make and move around as we go. So they've got a good range of short shifters to suit like your WRXs, STIs and so on. Good high quality components, very simple to install and use. You know, for the end user back at home, when you purchase these, it's very easy for you to work on, you know, and do it from home. So they come with the Allen keys, they come with all the parts, instructions, and so on. So it's a very simple product to use. Accessories, you know, when you obviously buy their parts, it's always, you need to be able to have replacement parts, you know, whether you need springs or, you know, diaphragms and so on. It's always nice to be able to know you can get the product. So we keep all that in stock. So we keep all the range of their wastegate springs, you know, to suit their internally wastegates, external wastegates and so on. And we also keep the springs to suit their blow-off valves for different vacuum settings and so on. Some cars require a softer spring and a harder spring, and these are all sorts of things that you can fine tune with their products, so which is really good. But they've also obviously got replacement V-bands, weld-on bosses and so on. So if you purchased the car and or a part's fallen off or whatever, don't freak out. You can buy the parts individually and separately. But another thing that I really do like that GFB have made is this this attachment for their blow-off valves. So one good feature about their blow-off valves, they're kind of made of modular. So you'll notice this aluminium housing on the bottom here. This is actually held in there with some grub screws. Now, this blow-off valve could be used on multiple different cars. It's not specifically made for this one car. It can be used for other cars by simply changing this flange. But one really cool thing is they allow you to be able to remove that and actually give you a weld-on boss with a clamp. So you can convert this V-band, this blow-off valve, instead of being from a hose tail, you can actually convert it so it can become a V-band arrangement. So you can weld it directly to your blow-off, to your intercooler piping, sorry. Making it very, you know, versatile as in how you can use it. So don't think for 1 minute that you've got your, say you've got a WRX and you've got one of their blow-off valves on there and you want to go put a front mount intercooler on it, you have to buy a new blow-off valve. Well, you don't. You can actually buy upgrade parts which allow you to change the configuration to suit a different configuration. So, which is really good for them. They've thought about making a product that can be used multiple different ways. And I guess another few things like with their blow-off valves is obviously, you know, if you find yourself you've got to plumb it back in and you need a bigger port or a smaller port, well, you can purchase these individually as well. And you know, sometimes you can actually machine them down on the lathe as well. So depending on how handy you are with your tools, but you know, this one blow-off valve is made to suit a particular car. Well, we can change this, we can change that. We can also change the trumpet by unscrewing it. If you find that you don't want to have it venting to the atmosphere, well, you can just cap that off and just basically have it all plumbed back in. So you can use one blow-off valve in multiple different ways that suit your applications. So they've really thought about how to keep these things modular and make it so you as a customer doesn't have to buy things twice. Or you can just purchase their model specific style blow-off valves. So this is one here to suit the Falcons, or the traditional, replaces the traditional Bosch plastic one that most people see on your Euro cars. But yes, once again, you know, screw and fitting there, very easy to use, you know, good quality products. So 4-port and 3-port boost control solenoids, which they've got here, also known as the Mac valves. These are genuine ones, so just obviously rebranded in their packaging, but you know, sold through GFB. And other things that are quite popular these days are their diverter valves. So if you own a Euro car, and you know, a lot of Euro cars, like Mercedes, Audis, BMW and so on, they have these diverter valves now which are placed on the turbocharger, and they are made out of plastic. And unfortunately we see a lot of them swelling up and falling apart, the O-rings going and so on. And what these diverter valves do, these replace those ones that are prone to cracking and so on. So, you know, if you've got a Euro car and it's chucking boost codes, or you've got issues with it, you know, under boosting, over boosting or fluctuating. Some cases these diverter valves will replace that. But they also give you the ability to convert your diverter valve into a bypass valve as well, so you can get your actual sound from the blow-off valve that people want to hear, you know. So multiple different ways. So if you've got any car that has like a diverter valve or any of that sort of stuff on there, GFB have a massive range to suit the Euro market, which is really cool. Another thing is their race style blow-off valve. This is they call this a SV 52. So this has got a 50 mil internal diameter. It's an aluminium housing here which welds directly to your pipework, so it makes it very compact to fit in tight spaces. And let's face it, a lot of the cars these days, they're getting very tight in the engine bay and you need all the room you can get. And this is super compact but packs a punch. Now this thing can bypass a massive amount of air, and generally one of these is all we use on, say, like a G50 plus style turbocharger. So super handy, really good to use. Something else that's super popular is their lightweight pulleys, which they make to suit like the BRZ, Subarus, WRX, STI, etc. They make the full kit. This particular kit here is to suit the BRZ, which comes with all the pulleys you need. But you can also purchase the pulleys individually or separately, like this one here. This is an alternator pulley, for the BRZ, and you can purchase that. So they make a lot of this sort of stuff to suit like your Golfs, STIs, WRX, BRZ, etc. Other stuff is they've got their boost gauge, which is pretty handy. It's a nice little gauge. Unfortunately, it's not powered up, so it makes it hard to actually see it. Hopefully we can get it in the picture there. Nice little arrangement that one is. And moving into their boost control side of things. So they've got the old school pneumatic style boost T that you'll traditionally use on, say, like a TB42 diesel. Super, you know, these things work really good. They've been around for a long time and, you know, they work exceptionally well. Quite simple to use with a single Allen key. Adjust it, set your boost, forget about it. But moving into your new style VNT style turbochargers, this is something that you would need, which is a vacuum assisted arrangement. So very simple to hook up the 4 wires. You've got your rise rate, boost control, pretty much set your boost and forget it. And yeah, very simple to use. We generally use these on, say, the Nissan Patrol, ZD30s, anything with a variable vane turbocharger that's vacuum operated. This is what you'll need to use. Very affordable, easy to use, so on. But moving into their electronic controllers is their GFB D-Force. So this particular one here is to suit the diesel range. So it comes with an EGT sensor, and this will monitor basically exhaust temperatures, and you can have it basically on there and do your boost control at the same time. So really good for setting alarms, something that you really want to keep an eye on your exhaust temperatures. Good value for money, works well. Wastegates, they do a massive range of external wastegates to suit your Subarus, Barras, Evos. They're massive range, very well made, compact. They've got a left and right hand knuckle, which makes setting the preload super easy by just simply screwing this in and out. There'd normally be a rod on the end of here. But yeah, really easy to use, come with all the springs. Like, it's just a really great unit. And then moving into their wastegates. So you've got their 50 mil wastegate, 38 mil, 44 mil. These are compact in design and pack a massive punch. These things work super well. We normally use, like, say, like a 38 mil if we want to do a external wastegate on a Barra, or a 44 mil on a Barra as well. But then you can use an EX50, say, on a bigger turbocharger. So really depends on your application that you do it. You'll find a lot of people will use a twin 38 mil on, say, like a twin scroll arrangement. But you could get away with using a 44 mil, say, like on a Nissan Patrol with a GT35 on it. So there is no right or wrong when it comes to wastegates. You've just simply got to talk to us guys, talk to our sales team, tell us what you're building, and we will basically size up the right product and give you the right item. And lucky last, I should probably, I nearly almost forgot these ones. So they're fuel regulators, which are quite new to market. So this is their Bosch replacement drop-in, also more commonly used in the Barras. These things are absolutely awesome. These will handle 2 big Peerberg fuel pumps with ease. You know, this little fuel reg can move some fuel, which is really good. But their latest offering from them is their FXD range. So this is basically to suit the carburetor guys who want to run an EFI style fuel pump. So this is a bypass style fuel regulator for a carbureted car that uses a large EFI style fuel pump. They also make these to suit EFI as well, so -6, -8 and 1/8 NPT. So really good range of product, all Australian made. We've got them on the shelf, next day delivery in most cases, and generally it's free freight from most of the items that we have here. So thanks for watching, guys. Long video, but if you hanged around to the end, we appreciate it. And there, once again, if you need any support or help, feel free to give us a call, drop us a comment, or send us an email, and we'll be happy to help. Thanks again.